Hello, hello, I'm Known for Nowhere, and it's just me being really weird again today. Man, I should have called it that. So this is a super duper late start to this stream today. I couldn't figure out which game to play. I was like, I want to play Ultra Kill, I want to play Pal World, I want to play Deep Rock Galactic, I want to play Left 4 Dead, I want to play Fortnite, I want to play My Hero, I want to play a bunch of things. And I was just like, I am absolutely drowning, so I gotta pick one thing. I'm like, okay, let's just like logic our way through this as hard as humanly possible. Hello, Bobby. I was like, what's a game I gotta grind and get the battle pass on? And I'm like, and it just refresh. I'm like, Fallout, it just refreshed. New ghoul update. Might as well just go in, go hard, kill lots of things, no think, only murder, only XP, only loot. But also, I said hello, right, Bobby? I'm sorry. Brain off. Brain not a thing today. No brain, only speak, only action, only shoot. There is no more brain. Brain, we're taking the brain and removing it as far away from us as possible. We don't need no brain. Brain bad. Brain think. Brain gave depression. No brain. Only shoot. Yo, I started donating to random small channels. It's surprisingly fun. Do they cry? I bet you they cry. I'd cry. I need to put my perks on because this game keeps unequipping them and I'm gonna cry. I bet you're gonna kill all those robots super easy. Some robots. I can't even eat these robots. I put on the cannibal perk because I just wanted to eat people, and I can't even do that anymore because they not made of meat. They like steal. Man, my brain really do be off right now. I need meat person to jam in mouth. Where person at? Why are these robots all wearing hats? Dumb robots, you don't even need hats. Also, I'm really heavy for some reason. Why am I so heavy? Why am I fat? Why am I so fat? Anyways, what's it called? Before I forget, you guys are early. And what's it called? Also, I mean, I'm not like donating 500. I'm not Mr. Beast. Oh yeah, I was expecting like you're probably donating like $1 or $2. And they probably really appreciate that. But what's it called? Stream early, stream crash, YouTube bad, brain bad. Let me eat this goo. All right, I got 136 stim packs. I got the fixer. I got that way lot. Things way heavy. Things way heavy. So heavy. I no think today. Only find out why fat.
Compost reserves depleted. Gathering biological.
Might as well just drink this glowing blood. It's not like it can hurt me anymore. Look at all these drugs I have. Man, I have a lot of drugs. Is it my ammo? That way many? Okay, it may be my ammo that way many. This is a lot of cores right there. That way 0.1. If they all weigh 0.1 and I got, I don't know, like a kajillion of them, that's probably a lot of weight. Get rid of the grenades. I don't need them. Well, I don't need those grenades. They're RPG grenades. Don't need. All right, let's huck out a bunch of frag grenades. Don't need those. Fragmentation mines. Nope. Don't need you. It does hurt my soul to throw out perfectly good grenades. Everything's just going on the ground. That's where it live now. It live on ground.
Scanners indicate you are
No
missing
think.
90%
No
completed
do.
material.
I only do. Why am I still so heavy? Is it my food that weighs like a kajillion pounds and I just don't know it yet? Wait.
Stand still. Your biological material is required.
Ah. It's the guns. The guns weigh heavy. The weight of unbearable firepower weighs heavy down on me. Very heavy. Do I just strong back? I should just do strong back, but then again...
Soil fertilization requires
Hmm.
additional biological material.
How much extra carry weight could I get from strong back, though? It's not enough to off-put Arms Keeper, because I feel like the perks that, what's it called? Oh, wait, I'm doing it again. I'm thinking... I need to, like, go here, click there. Adjust here and here and there and oversee in theirs. Lots of theirs. All of theirs. I want to put on evasion. I want to put on action boy, action ghoul, action ghoul. Action boy and action ghoul go together. That's what I want. Do I get more Arms Keeper? Do I get double gun?
From Vault Check.
I don't need double gun. Yeah, I don't need double gun. But if I had more room, I could put on strong back. But then again, what do you do? 75% less for gun? 30% less?
Operation is required. Please
Explosives
stand
are 45% less. Okay, so I am thinking for another strong perk. We can probably just upgrade Arms Keeper. Honest to God. I don't care. We can just upgrade it a second time. Level that up once. Put that on. Go to Radiation Rumble. Go have good time. Oh. I like the strong arm perk for ghouls because
It may not be pretty, but
what's it called? I can
we should make it easy.
what's it calls it's I can like stabilize my shots more with miniguns. Just as much as power armor. Not as much as power armor, but just as much. Like I'm meeting the minimal. It's just me. Only shooting. Only stuff. Only ghouling. Part of me was like, man, no one's here. You should have played Pal World. And I'm like, it's not my fault. I would have been thinking of Fallout the entire time. Also, I'm changed up my build, so I'm going with 0 power armor because I always, for the past few years, always played with power armor. And so I'm like, you know what? I should play without power armor. Change it up. Get a little freaky with it. Get down to the dirt, suck water out of it, and like eat people. Both those things. They both make sense. Trust me. What's my other gun? Ah, Invisigun. I love how laggy this game's been. Like, it's been so absolutely janky. It's stupid how janky this game's been. Behold the power of juggling. I think there's supposed to be something in my hands, but it's not there because it janked. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I still like the juggling emote. The juggling emote's good. It's really weird. They keep on changing up the... I don't want to say meta for things a little bit, but things meta-wise has been getting switched up a lot in 76, and I really like that. Also, my ears look like they're not doing so good. Let's put that back on. Try a different hood. Nope, all the hoods just kind of look kind of janked. Yeah, for some reason, the Cultist hood, whatever they did this update, DJ, hello and welcome. What has become like a ghoul do? Well, DJ, you can eat radiation, you are immune to disease. The glow is just a fun overshield. But it's super buggy right now. Like, it is so buggy. Like, the gauge bounces up and down in ways that just doesn't make sense. Not a lot of players are doing it as far as I can tell. Or if they're doing it, they're in power armor and I can't tell if they're a ghoul or not. Oh, is that another ghoul? It looks like a ghoul. But, yeah. Immune to disease, big fat radiations, new perks. You lose some perks and new legendary perks. And instead of, like, having to manage food and water, you have to manage being feral. And of course it's lagging. Yeah, it's the game. It's been doing it. Like, I don't know what they did in this update, but they absolutely murdered the games. Like, it was running so smooth last update, and now it's just like, you know what? Screw that. You know, just why even have the game run smooth? You know, give me the day of release buggy mess. Also, being a ghoul, weird bug that no one's talking about. My perk cards keep on randomly getting unequipped, and I have to periodically check to make sure they're equipped. And it's really annoying. Like, so annoying that it wouldn't surprise me if some people were like, you know what? I don't want to play this game anymore. Arms of Steel, all my heavy gunner stuff's on. So I need to put Bandolier on. But everyone's like, oh, can't use legendary perks, can't use this for ghouls. And it's like, yo, that gets fixed with a quick open and close. But no one's talking about people's perks just absolutely getting unequipped entirely. And then you have to put them back on.
Their survival is a priority. And don't forget it. The ghouls don't like us messing around down there, so gather as much as possible before they overwhelm us.
Yo, I have no lag. I haven't had any either so far in 76 or in the stream, because 76 be laggy as booty cheeks. But stream-wise, I don't think there's been any lag, at least that I haven't seen. But ghouls, I love being a ghoul. Ghouls are like one of my favorite races in Fallout. They're just cool dudes. They're just like zombies, but they're not zombies. The glowing ones are cool. Like, look at them. They just look so freaking cool. And I'm happy to be a ghoul, and I've been waiting for this update forever. Even though I love power armor and I've been in power armor for years, I'm like, you know what? It's time to leave the power armor. It's time to, you know, go out there and start sucking up radiation and, I don't know, doing whatever ghouls do in general. Let me change my weapon to the candlelight.
What the heck was that?
Stream. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go for now. All right, DJ. I think Radiation Rumble is one of the best events. I should definitely be running down there because I'm immune to radiation, and there's insanely high amount of radiation in the pits that are just bad for everyone. Where are you? Shoot you? Where are you going? Wait, no. Okay, that's how I'm supposed to be doing it. I changed up my build too to be more critical oriented too. So I was just like, screw VATS. They're not as good as in other Fallout games. And I'm trying to make a build that's just a go into the raid and murder the final boss type of build. Like the type of build that makes you go like, oh my god, I can't believe the guy just killed the boss in little over a minute. All right, let me eat you. I'm gonna build up more radiation. Oh yeah, I put cannibal on because eating people is pretty poggers. No think, only eat. Only meat. You know what my hope is today? If I'm just streaming this game and someone shows up and they're like, yo, I got like the world's best build for you for incinerating raid bosses. Because honest to God, I see so many videos of people incinerating raid bosses, and I've seen them do it like in game too, but it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, when you see a player do something and it's like, wow, I should be able to do that same exact thing, and then it's like you can't do it, and it's like, it's not a skill issue, it's like a build issue. Also a skill issue. Also, last month, if YouTube gave you money, you would have had like $14, but like kidding aside, I think you deserve more. Thank you, Godzilla. That means the world to me. But it's one of those things where it's like a lot of just content creation, you know, I talk about this a lot, you know how much I talk about this. There's also luck involved depending on someone that goes big. Like, you ever see somebody that's like absolutely huge as a streamer, but they just kind of suck as a human being and they're just boring as hell? That's the RNG gods. God smiled upon that failure and was just like, you know what, not like god, like not the big G god, but like little G god, you know, the one that don't exist. Big G out there, I just don't know where. But little G, non-existent G, to where random like stuff happens and you're like, wow, you know, like RNGesus. That's a little G. Not to get religious or anything, but whatchamacallit? Actually, that's not even religious. I'm just saying God in general. What if I was talking about Loki and someone was just like, let's try not to get religious in the YouTube stream chat, and I'm like, bro, I'm literally talking about Loki from Marvel Rivals. You thought I was talking about the Norse god of trickery and shenanigans? Nuh-uh. What if I just like on my stream was just like, yo, what would I have to do to turn you on to the Church of Loki? Just think about it for a second. Would I have to be like full-on Scientologist? Like I got like like Keanu Reeves behind me or something, or like, you know how they have like Brad Pitt for like Scientology, and he's just like big superstar energy, and everyone's like, wow, I love Brad Pitt. You know what? Xenon's galactic universe savior. I'm all for that. I believe in Xenon. I don't even know if that's what they even believe in, but I'm like, what if I had someone like that to where it's just like superstar, but it's just like it's like, wow, they're the perfect human being, but they believe in Loki. A whole ass dollar. Yo, I believe some days I believe I deserve that whole dollar. And there's a part of me that's like, whoa, hold up, you think you worth a whole dollar? It's like, maybe. It's like, no, you're not. That's what you would need for me. A whole dollar to turn you to the Church of Loki. Need to eat more bodies. Out of my way. I'm trying to eat here. You know what's funny? A lot of people in game, if they see you cannibalizing, they'll go, ew. This person actually has like cannibalize as a perk. What they don't know is that I'm a ghoul now, and so it now makes sense. Before me being a person eating other things that have 2 arms and 2 legs, and it was frowned upon. Yup. Yo, in the Church of Loki, we choose 1 follower every year to eat, but we rig it so only the low tier followers or the ones eaten. You know, we can't have the big donors absolutely you know, turned into a Thanksgiving turkey. Was that something they did in Norse mythology, just like cannibalism? I don't know. I feel like it would be somewhere in there. Also, you're worth like 1 million to like 800k. Thank you so much, Godzilla. Man, stream delay be going hard. I feel like I need to slow down too. I'm like no thinking, saying words. All right, let's see which perks got unequipped. Wow, all the perks I need to move around got unequipped. How convenient, game. Thanks. There's a part of me that's like, maybe I shouldn't stream Fallout 76, and I'm like, nah, we got challenges to do. We gotta do it. And I'm like, I don't want it though. And it's like, you gotta get in there. The fight's not over. Faulty, critical savvy, arms of steel. All right, bandolier and arms keeper. No, it just, I can't type fast. That's okay too. I don't type fast either. I knew there's one person and they could type without looking at the keyboard, and I was like, blasphemy. No mortal can do that. That is a feat of the gods. And they're like, oh yeah, check me out. And then they just did it. I'm like, you blew my mind. You literally wrote an entire paragraph, no spelling, well, minor spelling errors, but it's all like proper spacing and everything. It blew my mind. Mr. Pickle Copter.
Would you believe me if I told you we had to chase a death claw? Anybody can hoard tin cans. We do.
All right, let's scrap all the stuff that I don't need. Wait, scrap all the junk. Yes. A lot of people will be like, why are you scrapping the big legendary items? And one, I get a little bit of script for scrapping these, and if I scrap them and by chance I learn the the proper mod for, like, I don't know, like I could actually learn to craft legendaries without the need of getting a box mod of that legendary. or rolling it.
Be careful out there.
But I can do that on a laptop, just not on an iPhone. iPhones be hard.
I have to pick up one more
Wait,
box of
like not look at the keyboard and type?
my mind.
I'm talking like full keyboard. I'm not talking like, oh yeah, they were just like on their phone or something. You know what's weird? Have you ever seen one of those old phones? I think they're called the Blackberries. They got like a beard of buttons. That's the only way I can describe them, as a phone, and they got like a beard of buttons. They're so weird. Right before the age of, what's it called? Touch screens, we just had the BlackBerry.
We got company!
Wait, oh, I thought there was something behind me, but I'm like, no, that's my own trail of green behind me.
Nobody panic!
Are you a witch? Because I feel like if you went back in time and you're like, yo, I can one-hand type on a keyboard, people would just assume you're a witch. You'd have to be. Like, that has to be witchcraft. There's no way you're typing like that. I don't believe it. You know, I do believe it, but at the same time, I don't believe it. But I do believe you. But that's witchcraft. Don't let the church find out. I had this one friend and he was all like, yeah, we have a really weird Catholic church. And then I'm like, what do you do on Christmas? That's so weird. And they're like, well, we all go to an empty field and have a bonfire and like move around it like a bunch of pagans. He didn't say the word pagans, but I was like, he was basically describing a pagan ritual. And I was just like, bro, I'm like, you guys are not Catholic. You guys do not believe in Jesus. You guys are like praying some weird eldritch god. And they're like, no. It's like Old Testament. And I'm like, bro, nowhere in the Old Testament that they had you on like Easter Sunday going to the middle of a field wearing all white, like dancing around a bonfire. I don't remember that happening at any point in the Bible. And I don't know what church you go to, but it's weird. I have 210 hours on characters. Gonna sell my account soon. Yo, but bro, that's against the terms of service. You can't do that. Terms of service. Do the terms of service mean nothing to you? Yeah, you're right. Terms of service don't mean anything to me either. But what's it called? Yeah, they're just pagan ritual in the middle of a field. I can't remember how he described it, but it was just like one of those things where I'm like, you guys do not believe in Jesus. You just don't. I don't know what you're praying to, but it's not Jesus. And the same response, and it was like, I even talked to his parents, and they were like, yeah, we go to church and it's like everything's wonderful, and they're like listing rules I've never heard of, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, I didn't say it to their face because that's just rude, and I was in their home, but it was like one of those things where I'm like, you're describing something that's clearly not right, you know? Like, you ever watch somebody explain a movie to you, but when they start explaining it, like, if I were to explain the plot of Star Wars to you, and then I started talking about The Lord of the Rings, you'd be like, no one, I don't think that's Star Wars. And I'm like, no, yeah, it definitely is Star Wars. Trust me. It definitely is. It's like, I don't remember at any point there being hobbits in Star Wars at all. And they're like, well, they're basically the same because they both have wizards. All right. They're just in different places. It's practically the same story. And it's just like, Jedis do be space wizards, but I don't feel like it's fair to just say they're the same story because Gandalf and space wizards are the same thing. Also, I see that shoosh, you know, I've been on that so much that it's hard to find an AI that I haven't talked to yet. Yo, wait. You just talking to AIs? Bro, don't tell me you picked up the I talked to the AI whatchamacalls it's. Trying to remember. You know, the man, you lonely at night? Come talk to her, a hot anime girl AIs. And it's like, why do these exist? There's no one this lonely. I take that back. There is people that lonely, but at the same time, I'm like, don't do it. It's not worth. These AIs, they're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's not gonna be. I don't have words. I'm gonna be honest. I'm at a loss for words thinking about those AIs. The way they're just like anime girls. No, Goku AI. Oh man, I'd love to talk to that. I just want to start talking to it, and then just like first thing I type is, "Hey, it's me, Goku." You know, like at the ending of Dragon Ball Z Kai, where they're just like, "Yo, next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai, I'm gonna speed up Freezer, that villain," or whatever Goku says at the end. God, I really love that they had the voice actor do that. You know what's sad? The voice actor for Dragon Ball Z, that does the voiceovers, like, died recently too, like within the past like year, 365 days, I think. Not as in like this year, 2025, but as in like last year or like early last year of 2024. You know what's weird to me? When people die at 60 now, and it's so weird to me. And it's like, yo, people die at 60 and everyone's like, well, they had a long life. And I'm like, they only lived till 60 though. I'm like, I feel like they could have lived longer. They had millions of dollars, these manga creators. And it's just like, well, they just died at 60 and like 58 and 56. And I'm like, that's not fair. Yo, I do this just to sell the account, okay? I can sell pictures I got from the... Plus, my little butt is not making it to heaven. Why not just capitalize off it? You know what? Fair. Still weird that people would buy accounts that's already pre-talking to AI characters. Do I use this gun? That gun? I don't know which gun I want to use. The Confliction. Let's just put on War Crime. I put on War Crimes 1.0, the OG War Crime. I'm trying to see. I feel like I could take 2 points out of Action Guy and probably get away with more, maybe 3 points. I can probably take 3 points out of Agility, right? Who even needs Agility? Maybe I should just take off 2 points off Intelligence. You know, who needs to be smart? You know, I don't need smart. Smart hard. All right, we don't need smart. You may be wondering, why do I keep checking it so often? Also, I don't just sell the account, okay? I sell pictures I get from them, plus my... Oh, yeah. I feel like I definitely reread that. No think, only kill. Waiting for these gulpers to show up.
I do love a good moonshine chat. Another stray comes to our cozy cabin.
Focus fires gains more accuracy, plus 2 damage per shot. Other stuff. Cannibal, bullet shield. I'm trying to figure out where I want to, like... Because there's no ghoul builds out yet. Oh my god, he is loud.
Light the fire, moonshiners, and try not to shoot each other.
A talking account with millions of cards or pictures from them, and they're like gotchas, and you get them all spicy, and yes, I can sell them. I respect the hustle. I absolutely respect the hustle. I feel like game companies should really allow you to trade like limited time stuff though more. Like obviously trade systems be kind of hard to make sometimes. But honest to God, I want there to be more games where it's like more cross saves, more cross play, more being able to just trade stuff. Because I feel like in 76 there's like some cool stuff and I'm like, man, I wish I could trade this, but there's no like logical way to like trade some of these items. Like old battle pass items too, like Fortnite. Oh my god, if Fortnite had trading, you know the black market would be going crazy. It'd be like selling old bootleg John Wick from like season 0 for like $2,000. Most I ever sold a card was 200. That's a lot of card. That's a lot of cash. What is this game? Is this just like spicy game, or is this just like a game like Yu-Gi-Oh? Because I could see it being either Yu-Gi-Oh or like spicy game. And you know what I mean by spicy game, right? Everyone knows spicy game. I'm trying to get used to like using my guns without Grenader, but Grenader made life so convenient.
Come through here. Keep filling it with venom now. Your mother would be proud.
I just realized I saw Broken Sidear earlier when I was on goofing around. Like the guy in my squad, which is weird. You know what sucks? And it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, when like life be, you think of a really good name and then suddenly you find out it's not such an like appropriate name. And being like, what's it called? Like 8 or something, I think I was just like, when I was making accounts, I was just like, I just really liked, you know, just like Harry Potter and like Dungeons and Dragons and like Lord of the Rings and, you know, just like magics and wizards and all of the cool stuff, you know, big great beards, big flowing cloaks, big goofy hats. I'm like, wizards are just cool. And I was just like, I just had just wizard names on all my accounts. And I had this one account and I think I just called it Grand Wizard. And then it wasn't until like much later in life to where it was like at school doing like a Kahoot game. And I put in like my name, Grand Wizard, and then suddenly everyone's like, you can't do that. And the teacher's like, what do you mean? And I was also confused. And everyone's like, well, obviously the Grand Wizard is the leader of the KKK. And I'm like, no way that's true. You just made that up. And the teacher was also like, yeah, it's like Dungeons and Dragons and like Lord of the Rings. It's like the Grand Wizard, you know, the head wizard. And it was just like, nope, it's a KKK thing. And then we all like Googled it, like the whole class stopped, we Googled it and we were like, huh, it's a whole KKK thing and that's the leader of the KKK apparently. And I'm like, great. I'm like, I had an awesome username that I really liked and a bunch of racists ruined it. And it had a really nice ring to it too, just Grand Wizard. I don't get why they even call themselves the Grand Wizards. I mean, like, to be fair, they're a bunch of stupid racists. But at the same time, I'm just like, oh. What would you call, like, Dumbledore in, like, Harry Potter? Would he be, like, the Supreme Wizard or something? Like, Doctor Strange got, like, Sorcerer Supreme, which is pretty cool. But then again, it's just like, what is Dumbledore? Because whenever you watch Harry Potter, it's just like, oh yeah, he's the greatest wizard alive in this modern day. No one would stop like Dumbledore. Dumbledore solo the verse, you know.
Is there any reason why you're not protecting the stills?
Because they suck. The stills are important. Now killing these guys, it's a completely different matter. Oh, I see. I see that weird. I finally read your thing too, Godzilla. I feel like I'm giving away all this really good, just like conversational material in like a Fallout 76 stream, and it's just like really weird. But at the same time, I feel like some people will be like, you said the words KKK and racist. Demonetized. You know what I like? When they put the KKK in the movie, wait, don't take it out of context. And, or in games, and they just get like bodied. Like, if you ever see Red Dead Redemption 2, and there's the KKK in the woods, and they have like the whole like burning cross and everything, and they're all just like doing crap, and then suddenly the cross falls and they all light on fire and die. Or like another scene in the movie to where they're all just trying to like ride on horseback, but they can't get their eye holes right, so they're all just arguing about the White Hoods just being wrong, and then a bunch of them just get shot down. I think they get shot down in that movie clip. I hope they get shot down. But I really like the comical of a bunch of races getting together, and they're just like, yeah, we're gonna go show those minorities a thing or two, and then suddenly they all just get mowed down. Or like one guy just kind of just like fumbles the ball and kills half of them hard. Hello, how is everyone? I missed some streams. I've been lost in... What's MHW? Oh, Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, I need to get back on the Monster Hunter Wilds stuff soon. It's just stuff's updating. New ghoul update. For 76, which I love. I love this game so much. Unkind Poison. No, I was just talking about when movies and games put the KKK in it, but then they get immediately bodied by just the world. Whether they get mowed down, lit on fire, or just exploded, or like generally just like karma hits them like a truck. There's nothing more satisfying than when a game puts in a group of racists and you get to watch them all just like spontaneously combust right before they're about to do the most heinous thing. It's like, oh no, they're about to do the most heinous thing, and then suddenly it's just like, nope, they all died in the bus they were taking there.
They all look so slimy.
How are you doing? I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good, Nathan. I'm on fire right now. I should probably attempt to stop being on fire. Like Django Unchained and Red Dead, those are the exact two games I gave the example of that I could think of off the top of my head that just have races getting bodied. That's exactly what it is. And I like it when people can like joke about it, because I feel like, what's it called? If people are like, oh, you don't talk about those things, those are bad things, you can't say the word racism, it's like, bro, it's okay. If we're all adults and we're all mature about it, and no one's coming around here talking like it's a Roblox server, we're all gonna be fine. Also, have you guys ever seen like a Roblox text chat? Oh my god, I've never seen anything more racist in my life. Not toxic, just racist in general. I remember seeing one dude and he was like, oh no, I'm from a different country. Different standards, bro. And I'm like, if I told you I was from a different country and I ate babies, would you just accept that? No, I don't think that's really a good viable excuse, but it's just like one of those things where I'm like, it don't make sense. Anyways, but one of the best genres of games are space racism. Okay, space racism is pretty good. I like racism in video games when it's against a fictional thing. Like, it doesn't exist. Like, Fallout has the ghouls, which is just people who just took too many bong hits off the Fat Man warhead, and now they just look kind of gooey. And I actually get to be a ghoul, and I am a ghoul, and everyone is now racist against me. Like, all those factions I helped earlier in this game, they all just try and shoot me on sight. Kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Or like Warhammer, and it's just like freaking Xenons or Xenobites or whatever they are. You know what I like? when the Spartans in Halo are racist against the elites, or when people in like Halo PvP play elite and people are like, okay, elite preferred species, or like when they have their own slurs, like ghouls in Fallout have their own slurs for people who aren't ghouls. They just call them smooth skins because they still have all their flesh and skin on their bones. Yo, I'm playing a lot of Rec Room and I've only met a couple of racists. Also, more racism, try Rec Room. Anyway, one of the best games is Space Resistance. Oh, I'm reading everything backwards. Don't worry, I'm getting there. But fictional racism, it's great. It's funny. Real life racism, no, not so good.
I can't believe my eyes. If I had tear ducts, I would cry at a moment like this. Such a wonderful moonshine jamboree.
I talked about this a little bit last night at like 1 a.m. but I was like, I like that this game, what's it called? I like 76 because I'm not the main character, which is weird, and a lot of people will be like, that don't make sense. You obviously want to be main character, and I'm like, no, I like 76. I like being just another person in the world, just trying to survive. I'm not like the savior. I'm not trying to get the water chip. I'm not trying to save the New Vegas Strip. I'm not trying to whatever you do in Fallout 2. I'm not like trying to find my son and or dad. I'm just a dude that left a vault, and my entire purpose is to recolonize America. I leave the vault, I go outside, and it's like, yo, find a plot of land, grow food, kill mutants, and, you know, just survive and repopulate America. Take it back. Take it all back. Halo, I swear they're called Elite Split Lips. Oh yeah, they do too. 100%. The split lips, I love that too. Made up slurs, amazing. Also, it makes the world more real because racism exists in the real world. I'm not sure. I know a few of you were definitely here when I was goofing around and I was doing like my little like doing anything I can think of stream, and I was just kind of like doodling. But what's it called? I was talking about like, you know, when you're making something like artistic, you have to have like references from reality. So it's like if you're trying to draw a human being, you got to be familiar with like what a human looks like, what fingers, how they bend, you know, where bones go in a human body. So when you draw your picture, your human isn't bending in some really weird way that people don't bend. And I feel like the same's for world building. The more imperfections you put in your world, the more perfect the world is, if that makes sense. Like, no one's gonna watch a series to where the world's perfect and there's like no toxic animals, everything's fine. You know, everything's just sunshine and rainbows and there's no problems whatsoever, because that's not a... That doesn't make for interesting stories at all. It don't.
Is anyone out there?
Maybe for like games or something, and you're just like playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and it's just like everything's perfect in the world.
My name is Kenneth Dean. We're south
But in Star Wars, there's the Clankers. Oh, I love the Clankers.
Probably won't be much longer. The mutants have left. For now, hurry and destroy their meat bags when you get here. That should drive them away.
All right, let me put back on my radiation stuff.
Take care of the radiation in the area. Keep it running. We'll never finish building here if it breaks.
Big bandolier. Big that. One thing of lock and load. Oh. I like standing here as a ghoul because now I'm not affected by radiation, so I no longer care. Oh, come on. Stop unequipping my perks, please. Wow, I'm watching my fireballs fly through super mutant torsos. Yo, I'm also Mr. No One. I enjoy the anatomy class. You're very welcome, Godzilla. But I like talking about anatomy. A lot of people are like, you like looking at like anatomy textbooks, and I'm like, yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy knowing how my bones work inside my meat suit. A lot of people are just like people and walking around and they don't know what's going on in their insides. And I'm like, how are you not curious of how your heart works, of like how your blood pumps, how your brain operates? Do you just like look at yourself and you're like, wow, I'm a miracle in of itself? And I'm like, I don't know, it's a weird concept to me. I'm weird. I want to know how things work. But I like biology. I also like biology. You know what doesn't make sense to me in science class? Like, I get weather, you know, water evaporates, water make cloud, water come back down. That makes sense. You know, highs to lows. That makes sense. But you know what don't make sense to me? Freaking rocks. People are like, oh, this is a igneous, this is a other rock, this is a different rock. And I'm like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, I'm like, I can like kind of like a little bit of chemistry like in my brain, like readjust and be like, okay, this is like, this rock's used for like this chemical and that chemical and this and that. That makes sense for the rocks. But when other people are like, this is a granite and this is a different type of granite, and I'm like, you just said granite twice. And it's like, well, they're two different types of granite made in two different ways or something. I'm not even sure if that's how granite works. I don't know rocks. I don't get rocks. Rocks all look the same to me, and all the words sound the same. Like different clouds make sense because there's one that's white and fluffy and one that's black and that will shoot lightning bolts. That makes sense. That's different enough. But rocks, I just see two rocks. All right, I need to eat your flesh. All right, let me recharge. So if you're wondering what that green thing over my bar is, that is the glow. And I get that whenever I eat stuff with radiation, hence why I got the cannibal perks. So when I eat these raw meat of just like the people that live in this world, they are absolutely soaked in radiation. So if I eat them, I will basically just recharge my glow, and having glow is like an overshield, and it also gives me a bunch of other buffs too. All right, let's eat more. Yo, I think you mean geology. You know, you mean rockology? Clearly you meant to say rockology, right? Geology, that's just made up words. No, you're right though. I was trying to make a joke. No think. But geology is still a very valid field of science. It just don't make sense to me in my brain. You know, when you had that one subject in school and you're like, yo, I like math, but I'm like, when the numbers and the letters start teaming up, I don't get math. I don't like this. That's what I feel about geology. Or rock science or whatever you want to call it. I don't get it. Like, I remember taking the test and my teacher brought me back like after the test was over, and they're like, hey, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And it's just like, she's like, because you got a 0 on a test and it was multiple choice. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm not good with rocks. All the rocks look the same to me. And she's like, yeah, but it was multiple choice and you got a 0. And there was even some written portions too, in case you got like really unlucky and you did know the answers. And I'm like, well, I didn't know the answers. And she was just like, did I Did I mess up in teaching you in some way, shape, or form? And I'm like, rocks don't make sense to me. And I tried so hard. I looked her in the eye, and I'm like, I don't get rock. I don't get it. Rock no make sense. Rock is rock. Rock is ground. Dirt is ground. Mud is water and dirt. Mud is liquid rock. All right. A lot of people will be like, no, magma liquid rock. And I'm like, see, this is why I failed rock science right here. I'm thinking mud rock. Mud, not rock. Mud could be rock. Is mud rock? I don't know. I failed rock science. I called my teacher drunk. Did you catch them being drunk, or did you call them you're drunk? Algebra don't make sense. Also, I don't like algebra. Algebra was like, took me so long to understand, and then once I got to the point of understanding algebra, here's the big secret of algebra right now. They're making it up the entire time. When you're balancing the equation, they're literally making it up. And then you have to try and guess what they're making up their number. And then I got really good at guessing what they were making up. I'm not sure that's how you do algebra, but that's how I do algebra. And I normally get the right answer almost every time. And I'm not sure if I'm even doing it right. I'm like, yo, I'm just going to start making it up. And a lot of people are like, stop doing that. No one, stop. You should do it right. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm getting the right answer. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Ooh, more meat. But I make it up and I get right answer. And I show my work and the teacher's like, what is this? And I'm like, I made it up. And they're like, clearly, but you still got the right answer. And I'm like, yeah. And that's how algebra, I don't get algebra either. But I made it up and they're making it up. And I'm literally like, I remember the teacher's like in front, I'm raising my hand. I'm like, yeah, where'd that number come from? It's like, well, we added that number. I'm like, where did you add it from? It's like, we added it. I'm like, where did you add it from though? Did you just like pull it out of your butt? And they're like, not the phrasing that they would use, but I'm like, did you just add that number just cuz? And they're like, yeah, kind of. And I'm just like, is that all algebra is? Is just adding random numbers, or just like adding the same numbers but just with a negative in front of it? And they're like, kind of. And that's how algebra works. I still don't quite fully get how algebra work, but I get right answer, I pass, I move on. Yo, I thought they were drunk because they put in letters in the math. They do be putting the letters in the math, and the alphabet has no right being there. You don't see them adding numbers to books besides the covers of Harry Potter's 1 through 7. Imagine how lazy that would have been for the entire Harry Potter series if it was like, yo, this is Harry Potter 1 through 7, have fun. And everyone's like, yo, there's 8 books. It's like, yeah, 7's a part 1 and 2. So it's 7-1 and then 7-2. You know what I like? I like that one Metal Gear meme, and it's like, name your sources. It's like, I made it the fuck up. That's my source. I really like that meme. It's a good meme. Look at that super mutant with, I don't know, what is that? A flamer of some kind? A chainsaw? No, that's a guy. Never mind. I thought that was a super mutant because he was big and bulky and he was just kind of moving around, kind of sus. Oh, for once, I'm actually overweight because I do have too much stuff on me. I'm literally so tempted to unequip all my perk cards until I'm left with only the perk cards I need. Honest to God. Oh, my leg falling asleep. Yo. Also, when you talking about rock, did you become caveman? Caveman, no rock. I know no rock. Like, you ever seen the Flintstones? You know, Fred Flintstone, he no rock. He get rock. I don't get rock. You also ride dinosaur. Have you ever seen the Flintstones? Because honestly, God, I've never seen Flintstones. That was way before my time. And I mean, like, I watch like old cartoons because I enjoy them, but like, I've never been like interested in being like, you know, it'd be a really banger thing to watch right now on like Netflix, the Flintstones, just the entirety of it. You know what else is old? The Simpsons. Like, I like Family Guy and The Simpsons, but at the same time, I want those series to end, because whenever I watch a modern episode of like The Simpsons and there's like one or two characters I'm like, I can't stand. I can't stand, like, when I'm watching The Simpsons, I'm like, Homer and Bart, that's okay. They're just like funny, dumb, drunk. They're the people making the problem. And I get how they make the problem, but they make it in a way that isn't like very upsetting to me. And it's just like Lisa, the biggest hypocrite, along with Marge just being another giant hypocrite. And she's just like, Homer, you can't do that. And then suddenly she does that. And she's like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. That was irresponsible of me. And I'm like, yeah, you're supposed to be like the voice of reason. Or like Lisa, the vegetarian that's just like causing problems for no reason. I'm trying to place my tent. What I'm just gonna jump off this cliff. Why not? If I jump off this cliff, everything will work out, right? See, everything's working out. Everything's good. We're just slowly falling to our deaths. My legs aren't broken. That's good sign. Good sign. No leg. Wait, no. I know that guy will jump down. I didn't mean to ping him. I'm gonna wave at him.
Weapons cold.
Also, what was that robot voice? Also, here's my trusted source. Now name you my trusted source instead of I made it the F up. You mean that one? Yes, that one. Scrap. 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 You know what's a tragic thing about becoming a ghoul? Is that all the armor that was really good for me suddenly doesn't work for me as a ghoul in the game. Like stuff like, oh man, bolstering and unyielding, it's like low health, bonus stats, bonus resistance, it's gonna save your life. Yeah, that don't work anymore because I have overshields now, and if I'm playing ghoul correctly, I'm gonna be absolutely spamming the crap out of my overshields the entire time. I'm not gonna get low. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna modify this short Gatling gun to be really good. You. All right, let's add some really cool paint to you. Default appearance? Not anymore. Yes, you're gonna stay default. I take it back. Add legendaries. Triple. Berserkers. Projectiles explode. Oh my god, that's actually really nice. All right, Berserkers. Damage increases up to 50% as damage resistance decrease. Yeah, I don't like that. Change that to Aristocrats, maybe? Plus 50. What's 50 of 150? That's like 175. So I do like 250 with like an explosion, probably, right? Instigating. Mutants, no. Stalkers, no. Suppressive, 2-shot. We already... I can make this explosive 2-shot right now, but I don't want to make it explosive 2-shot because it's going to just be really bad at shooting. All right, where's my stash box? Weapons. Anti-armor, plasma caster. Yes? No? Maybe so? Right, give me the drill fist. I don't need that drill fist. I can always just scrap it and make another one. Mutant, hot pink, flamer. Don't need it. We're going to scrap it. Perfect storm. You know, I'm just kind of holding on to that weapon. It don't mean anything to me. What do you do? It's a bloodied weapon. Yeah, don't need it. Tesla's Death Ray, tactical stuff. Short double barrel shotgun. We can make more of those. 2-shot Gauss shotgun. Yeah, I'm not going to use this anymore. Honestly, I tried using it with a build. It just kind of booty cheeks. 2-shot automatic explosive automatic combat whatevers. My screen went all weird. Also, Himiko, hello and welcome. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were there. I was just kind of deep in thought, even though I said no think. I should not be thinking, you know. That is highly against the law at this moment. I need to scrap items. Drill fist. Scrap. My hot pink flamer. Scrap. That. Scrap. 4-shot. Scrap. Don't need you. Feed the people. I should probably feed the people, right? All right, weapons. Berserker Gatling gun. Let me put that in there for now. There's been I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. There's been this really annoying bug when you change your race to ghoul in this game, and it's been unequipping all my skills. And it's super freaking annoying because all the skills it keeps on unequipping are all the carry weight skills. So it's like, oh man, make ammos way less, make armor way less, make guns way less, and I need those. And then suddenly I go from like 200 to like 700 in a second. And it's really freaking annoying, and I really hate it.
Heads up, responders. The food processing machines at Mama Dolce's have finally cooled down enough to work again. I've set them up to make cans of stew using the ingredient containers spread around the factory.
Stew? Can we make people stew?
A hell of a racket, so you'll probably get some unwanted guests.
I'm gonna go make some people stew, people stew, people stew.
Intruder, identify yourself.
People stew good. No, to turn this machine on or not to turn the machine on? That is the question. I know the game's like, oh, we're not making people stew, but I'm like, I know what we do in Fallout. I know your messed up little mind. I know you like to chop up people and like throw them in places that they don't belong. Like in cans of meat and other things. Also, if you guys want like a different game that isn't this, like I'm so open to suggestions. I'm just kind of doing this because A, I want to play the new update. B, I want to get some more progress on the pass before I know it just dropped though, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I want to get battle pass progression quickly. You know, it's one of those things where it's like you do it a little bit at a time and it just kind of work better. All right, let's power up the food processors. There's a thing on the other side of that wall that I can see, but like, if you're like, yo, you know what game would be really cool? Ultra Kill, Pal World, Deep Rock. You know, if you're just like, there's just like a few of the games that I can think of. Meat flavored soy chunks. Who doesn't love a good soy chunk? Yeah, I don't like soy chunks either. Dehydrated beef stock. So dehydrated. So dry. Trying to remember where all the ingredients are in this factory. Bad bug. You get away from me. I'm gonna eat your roach meat. That'll teach you to fight people bigger than you.
False alarm. Standing down.
All right, more meat flavored soy chunks. Probably dump them in here. Diced vegetable bowls. More dehydrated beef. All right, now I just need one more soy chunk. One whole soy chunk, please. Oh, it's right there. Wait, no, that's diced vegetable. Wait, where is it? This is always the annoying part of this type of mission, to where it's like, oh man, I just need this one last thing. And then you just don't find it anywhere. It's just like hiding in like a locker or something, or like I've walked past it.
And identify yourself. Law-abiding.
There we go.
citizens
One soy
will not
chunk.
Be harmed.
A lot of people don't like to do this mission because it's like a level 5 mission. It doesn't really give you much in terms of good stuff at the beginning. But it's really good because the words I'm about to say, as in it gives you a can that gives you way cool XP boost. Way cool XP boost. Big brains, all right? I'm big brain thinking right now. Which gives you 5%, but then there's a thing later on where you can double that and you get 10%. And you get more than one can, so this can lasts for like an hour. And it's just like a food buff, and it's just bonus XP 10%. And it's great when you're just doing runs of something and you're just trying to you know, just kind of speed run stuff.
Scanning for files.
Are they just coming after the front council? I think they are. What is this? More diced vegetables? I'm really amazed at how well they can preserve so much of the past in this game sometimes, because sometimes there's just like The weirdest things, like the perfectly preserved pie. All right, up here. No, I don't like how the jetpack sometimes just doesn't work. It just don't work sometimes. Golden Adventurer, that's the guy's name. Man, I'm seeing a lot more new players or people making new alt accounts, which is really cool. Repair pipe. Pipe repaired. Are they actually going to show up now so I can actually shoot them? I get to actually shoot things now. This is actually kind of sweet.
Initiating search for hostile target. Continue resistance is unlawful.
Okay. That's super annoying, but I can just come up here and just repair this. No, I can't. They smashed that. That's unfortunate. I need more meat. I need to start jamming meat in my mouth. Also, Unkind Poison, yo, I've never beat a Fallout game. I get far into then lose internet, and I don't know why, but like the only Bethesda game I've ever beat was Doom 2016. That's fair. I never beaten Skyrim, and a lot of people look at me and they're like, "You've never beaten a Skyrim game?" And I'm like, "Nope. I don't think I ever will." Also, I just kind of don't like Skyrim. I've come to that conclusion. After a very long time thinking about it, I just don't enjoy Skyrim that much. I don't know why. It's just like I just don't I don't enjoy it. Reset the fuse box, please. What was I talking about before? Man, I lose my thoughts. I know what I was talking about earlier. The Church of Loki, you know. I'm just saying, if you were just like walking through like down the street and then someone's like, "Yo, you know what'd be pretty cool? If you join the Church of Loki. Join today and we will throw in all these party poppers. So you can pop off on all the parties you go to." You ever feel like just popping off at a party? Party popper. 2 legendary modules, 5 canned meat stew, and a bunch of treasury notes. Yeah, that's what I need right there. That's what I'm after. Also, a little bit of ghoul flesh. Can I? No, I don't think I can. I was about to say, can I somehow, some way not? I was going to say get a fusion core out of there. It's kind of nice when I have these long stretches of gameplay and I don't have all my perks being unequipped constantly. Oh, I forgot I can like swim in this game. You know, because I play with power armor so much. When I go to like actually do stuff, oh, when I touched the water, I must have unequipped all my carry weight perks. Yup. Thanks, water. Thanks a lot, honestly. Thanks to you, I have to re-equip all my crap again. One action ghoul, one you. Evasion, evasion, evasion. Hyperfixation, no action ghoul, evasion. Evasive. It's not evasion, it's evasive. One action ghoul, please. One of every level. All right, so one of that, and then critical savvy, and then all my stuff is now re-equipped. God, I hate this so much. Always unequipping my crap. Honest to God, that needs to be hot fixed immediately. Dumb dogs. Get away from me. Alright, put all the scrap in the scrap box. No new weapons, no new armor. No new foods to unequipped. Oh my god. You know what we can do? We can go to our season and claim some of the scoreboard stuff. So I would like to get the... What's on this page? I need to be level 15 for this page. Fireboy, hello and welcome. Let me get the glasses first. Let me get the atoms. I really like this resurrected poster too. And I would like... Can I get that? No, I can't. I'll get Action Ghoul photo frames. And that's all I can get for now. I need to level up some more. What level am I at now? There's a lot in this scoreboard that I want to get. Mongrel flesh. I don't need you. Mongrel flesh. Challenges, weeklies. I can do some like weekly stuff. You know, I can probably bully some Mirelurks. Stupid crabs think they're so cool because they have more legs than me. And like hard shells. I'll show them. I'll eat them. I really do think it'd be really cool to eat a Mirelurk in the Fallout universe. Because they're basically giant crabs. And think about all that crab meat that they have on them. Like, they gotta have so much crab meat on them. Now, you're probably thinking, it's like... I'm what's the words I'm looking for? Imagine eating a lobster claw, but it's the size of your torso. I mean, like, the meat is already very, like, airy in and of itself. But if it's the size of your torso, it's gonna be filling. But, no, yeah, that's just about it. just giant torso, meaty claw. I want to eat it. I want to eat it so bad. Do you think we could genetically modify lobsters to be big enough to where they'll have claws the size of human torsos? Even if you have to lie to me, I really do just want you to say yes. Yo, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night. Good night, Godzilla. I really should definitely play something else today that isn't this game. 100%, even though I've only been here for like an hour 20. Come on. Oh, wait, no. You're fighting something else? Oh, let me just get on up here. Are you dead yet? No, you're not dead yet, but I also don't care. Ooh, I turned him to goo. The goo gun. Deep pocket raider chest. 3 stim packs. I don't know, just give me the random miscellaneous loot, I guess. Okay, so the glitch is triggered of stuff being randomly unequipped whenever I take radiation damage. Which is kind of stupid. So if I'm running around and I'm just kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of soaking up radiation. I'm just going to be losing out. Yup. The moment I left my inventory, everything got unequipped. The moment I looked away. Slightly upsetting, I'm not gonna lie. Ever so slightly upsetting. 1 arms race, 1 double bandolier. The Path of Enlightenment. Ooh, do I want to do that? Is that the one I'm thinking of? All right, if I can stay up in the air, which obviously I can't. Action Ghoul. Batteries included. I really want to figure out which perks are getting unequipped. Like, it seems very consistent which ones are getting unequipped and which ones aren't. Is there a way for me to just be like, yo, go to the help? What if I do item issue or character restoration? It looks like there's no bug reports that I can fill out, which is kind of weird. I mean, like, it's really nice that they have this customer support, item issue, character restoration. Use if you have deleted a character in the last 7 days and want it back. That's the thing you can do. You can just like Thanos snap a character and be like, wait, no, I take it back. And my crap got uninstalled again. Man, you know, I was between this and Pal World, and I'm like, I'm having a lot of fun on this, but at the same time, maybe I should have picked Pal World. You know, it's not too late, right? Whoever's there, you know, Fireboy, what do you think? Pal World? Pal World, labor camps, sweatshops. Do I want an army of Pikachus to work in my sweatshops? Most definitely. So I am going to, I think I'm going to call it here real quick. I'm going to swap to Pal Worlds. I will be back shortly in case something happens. I hope nothing happens, but I will be back very shortly. So Discord in the description to let you know if something happens, like I'm dead or sick, or there's an issue, which I'll probably put this as an issue. And what's it calls it's other things. Enjoyed, like and subscribe, you know, stream every day 3 p.m. I hope you enjoyed me rambling and not having brain cells, and just thank you so much for watching, and I will be back very shortly with freaking Pal Worlds, I guess.